Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. Here we are together again on the radio. And this just in from Australia. Did you see this story? It's great. When it comes to the men in their lives, Australian women are conservative. They want their husbands to work full-time. Jan Van Owers, an international researcher who is presenting a paper drawn from Australia's HILDA survey, which stands for Household Income and Labor Dynamics in Australia. I've got a copy of that on my coffee table. Says there's no conflict about this. Australian women don't like it when their men work part-time. It took a study to find this, that women want us working full-time. It took a goddamn scientific research study. Because you know damn well they don't want to have to work full-time. Write that down. It says here, Australian women want their men in full-time jobs. They are least satisfied when they themselves have a job of more than 50 hours. And most satisfied when they're working part-time or not at all. And that's not just Australian women, folks. I would tell you, that's women, period. They want us to work till we're dead. Then they want to take what we've earned, use it to buy shoes and clothes, and pay for a gym membership to lose the 50 pounds they gained while we were working all those hours, so they can pick up the next sucker and start the cycle all over again. That's what this is all about. Happily, it says here, Australian men are in lockstep. They, too, prefer to work full-time, although, unlike women, they don't mind if their partners work full-time, part-time, or not at all. See, I don't mind if my woman is not working at all, as long as she's working in my home, folding my socks, ironing my shirts, making my meals, and licking and sucking anything I ask them to lick and suck. Then it's perfectly okay if they're not working. But if you have that typical American bitch that says, you've got two hands, do it yourself, well, the ever-popular, that's what God made your right hand for, then you better get a goddamn job. You better be working 50 hours a week or more. I don't want to see your face around my house. I need some free time so I can bang other broads and then hire a divorce attorney. Who needs you? I always say on this program that there is no reason for a man to get married, especially if when we get home, you're not there. I had that when I was single. Why do I need to get married to get home to an empty house? So let me understand this. What a great deal this is for me. I get married to you, then I come home, there's no food, there's no lights on in the home, nothing going on, nobody to rub my feet, nobody to take care of my needs. That's a lot like being single, except I'm paying your bills. Not a good deal for me. Oh, sure, they love it when we're working full-time and they're not. They had to do a study to find this. Gotta be kidding me. And it doesn't have to be somebody who's working either. There's all kinds of things. I was married to somebody who, when I got home from work, I worked till 7, 8 o'clock at night. I would come home about 8:30. And I would say, what's for dinner? And she would say, I was hungry. I already ate. So I'd say, okay, well, what's for me? And she'd be like, well, I think I have something left over. There was a period of time in my life when I came home and ate a Subway sandwich with a wife who had no job sitting in the other room watching television. What was in that for me except doling out cash? I don't understand. You got to be kidding me. Jesus. Just amazing. Says here that Professor Van Owers' paper called Does Part-Time Work Make the Family Happy? Written with somebody named Alison Booth of the Australian National University. Investigated the relationship between part-time work and satisfaction with working hours, job satisfaction, and life satisfaction. It concluded that part-time work did not make the family happier. Indeed, when it was the man who was working part-time, both men and women were less happy. Professor Van Auer said Australian couples are happiest when men are working full-time, and that's especially true for women. Again, you didn't need a study, and this is not limited to Australia. Women want us to work until we're dead, just chained to a desk until we're dead. Then they gather up our belongings and our assets, get on the treadmill, and they go attract the next sucker. Hopefully somebody with even more assets to carve up later on. Bottom line. Outrageous. Unbelievable. This is why. This is another example why there is no benefit for men to get married. Why buy that big fat cow when you can milk it till it's dry? You kidding me? And once it's past its sell-by date, you drop kick her through the uprights and move down another notch in the age brackets. Tell you what. As I always say, boys, your trophy wife, she's in line right now at the mall to see March of the Penguins. She's got her Hello Kitty backpack. And she'll be ready to pop out of the oven in about 4 or 5 years. So in the meantime, you either put up with the current battle axe or really just live on your own and freelance for a while. Bottom line. Am I wrong about this? Sounds like it.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.